Okay, back to part two. This one would be interesting to know what it does. It's got like a thing shaped into it to hold flat bar straight out, I guess. Keep it from wobbling on you. It was all forge welded in there. Bits and pieces forge welded onto it to beef it up. They just kind of stuck that shit on there years ago. If they wore out or had a weak spot, they just forge welded a little piece on. Another flat bar one, another flat bar one. Some more of them oddball ones. Those ones. There's got to be about 10 of them. Here's a great big thing. Another great big one. And it's got these two big buttons on the end. I have no idea what those are for. I believe they're made out of wrought iron, actually, just judging from the material there. You can see the, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but if you know wrought iron, you know what it looks like. True wrought iron. We see lots of it here in Atlantic Canada because all the old anchors that are on the wharfs and stuff around here, they're all wrought iron, and you can see the structure of the metal. Some big duck-billed things there. Some oddball sideways deals. Not sure what those would be for. If there's any other odd ones here, they're mostly pretty run-of-the-mill. Some real heavy-duty ones here. These are heavy-duty. It's probably 1.5 inches wide right there. That was for holding something real big. Back when men were men. Just to the left here is my newly acquired leg vise. It came out of the shipyard in an auction. It doesn't look like it's been used for much of anything. Not really any marks or wear in it at all. This here is a 6-inch jaw, and she probably weighs about 100 pounds. It's a good size. It was one of the biggest ones I'd ever seen until I was visiting a friend down the road there, and he's got one that's almost an 8-inch. He's an older feller, and I'm going to do everything I can to weasel that out of him, but I get the impression he doesn't want to give it up. But we'll see. Here's a flatter I found at a yard sale one day. I just got it geared up with a new handle. I haven't used it yet. Here's the blacksmith hammer I built. I started with a basic maul, like a 4-pound maul, 3-pound maul, and forged the end here mostly. Part of it I sawed off first just to kind of eliminate some material because I wanted my mass up front like this here, and it works great. Probably the best hammer ever. But that's probably just because I built it. Some old drive hooks I've built, all kinds of them. I make them at the demos and stuff, and I make so many of them that I don't even know what to do with them. If somebody wants one, to send me a little envelope, self-addressed stamped envelope, I'll send you one if you're interested. There's some old-timey tools. These were actually built by myself. I found some wrought iron rod, and I've used that for the handles, and I had most of these, not all of them, but most of these were made from axle shaft. No, sorry, they're made from oh, what the hell, it was a sway bar. So they're basically spring steel. So I got a hot punch, and I got my hot cutter. I got a hot cutter that's one direction and a hot cutter that's the other direction, and I got a big flatter that I built out of a pin out of a shackle. This is a coal shovel I built. I made this years and years ago. I hot riveted it and everything. And I crudely shaped the spoon there. And got the old power hammer here, but she's been down for a couple years now. I needed some bearings off at one time, and I took the bearings off the back for another machine and never bothered to put them back because I don't really use the machine that much, so just kind of gave up on her. If somebody's interested in buying that, locally, I'll sell it to you real cheap as it is, without the motor and without some of the hardware in the back. But the critical hardware is still there. You just have to gear up the shaft and the bearings on the top here. I'd sell that for, I don't know, 400 bucks. It's a 30-pound power hammer. So I won't show too much of it to you. It hasn't changed much since that earlier video. It would still work fine. It'd take a half a day to get it running again. Anyway, that's all I got over in this shop. This is out in my garage. This was my shop before I built the new one, and I haven't moved all the blacksmith gear yet because I'm going to add on to the building. So that's it for now.